Joe's place.
Vito, is that you? Giuseppe here. I've been looking for you.
So basically, the way we've done these scripted events is throughout our game is we know where the player is at any time, so we fill up the sort of the critical path and the main place, as well as there's some exploratory sort of events. Also, there's this event that we can actually interact with, where there's this prostitute, this girl that we actually know from before, and we could have just driven by and let her have to deal with that situation on our own, but what we did is we stepped in and sort of beat up this guy who's Hasna. As well as that, we saw the mugging as well. That was another one of these sort of interactive events. The player, again, you could just run straight past that and just ignore it, or you could shoot the guys, but what we actually did is we showed the guys our guns, and then they lost their bottle and ran away. So there's loads of these little nice sort of flavour colour events. Some of them are interactive, some of them not so much, but they're there just to help sort of boost the world, make it much more living. We have obviously pedestrian systems that do lots of things, like people look in shop windows and they use benches and they smoke and they do things like that, but on top of that we had these scripted events, so all the way through the game as we progress it feels unique. You know, some of the scripted events are sort of set in the 40s against the snowy backdrop, so they're sort of like kids throwing snowballs and doing things like that, so they're really nice, and we have different events at night during the day, so you really sort of get that feeling of uniqueness the whole way through the game.
Hey.
Hey, Steve.
Hey, you want to make a quick buck? I got something that needs doing.
Maybe.
So side missions are sort of, they're an extension of the fiction. The way we look at side missions is that kind of, if you played the game and played all the side missions, you'd have watched the extended version of our game. Kind of like if you watch Lord of the Rings extended versus the normal version. It adds extra depth to the characters that you're already meeting. There's some key storylines that are presented to the player as optional side missions to... You get to see the motivation of these different characters, and it's a really nice thing. It fills in some of the gaps that maybe you don't get. And they're presented to you on the critical path. You'll be away doing a mission, and then you'll bump into a guy, or a guy will call you. And at that point, your main mission that you're on, it gets kind of put on pause, on the back burner, until you sort of complete successfully or fail this side mission, and then we just carry on. So the way these are integrated, it makes it nice. It makes the picture, sort of the narrative between the main game, sort of spill into the open world a bit better than other open world games. So it can seem kind of a periphery thing with icons appearing on radars and things like that. So the game's coming on PC, 360 and PS3 for an early 2010 release.
What's up, fellas? What, are you guys lost? Shut up and fork over all your dough before you get hurt. Is this enough?